So I don't really. However, there is a cool thing called track changes. So when I send the document to my editor, she can type over what I did in a different color, and then she sends it to me, and like her comments will be red, and then mine will be green, and then we'll send it to the copy editor, who's like the grammar person, and her comments will be blue. So by the time it's been to 3 or 4 editors, yeah, it's very, very colorful. And it is helpful.
My friend wrote a book to you, and I was wondering if he could give it to you and when. And what is your least favorite subject in school?
Okay. First question about writing books. Unfortunately, because so many people have things that they've written, I don't have time to read them and do personal comments and send them back. I would love to do that, but it's just I have so much of my own writing to do, so I cannot promise to read things that other people have done. But on that subject, I don't think it's necessary to have your stuff read by me or by somebody else in advance. The most important thing is finish it. Whatever he's working on, finish the whole thing, get it all polished up. And the most important people you can ask for help, for feedback, are your peers. Give it to your friends, give it to your family, see what they have to think about it. So that's that answer. As far as least favorite subject, math. No question. I'm terrible at math. I respect people that can do math, but that ain't me. And so there's no accident that the pre-algebra teacher was vaporized in the first chapter. Sorry, math teachers. Over here.
Why does the monkey only eat food within the O's?
Yeah, Cuckoo the baboon. He has this weird thing where he only eats food that ends with O. So he'll eat Cheerios, Jell-O, armadillos, flamingos. Nothing else. I don't know, I just thought it was funny. I was only in math, and I saw that baboons actually do eat flamingos in the wild. That's a real thing. So I said, wow, that is amazing, that's wonderful, that's disgusting. I have to use it. So I just did it, and now he thinks like Jell-O is the miracle food. So anything you put in Jell-O is great. All right, let's see, where are we? Back over in the back, yes, go for it.
What inspired you to be an author, and when did you start writing? At what age?
Well, really, it was that first rejection note that I got when I was 13, and it was my first teacher, whose name was Mrs. Pat. She was my 8th grade English teacher, and if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't have become a mythology buff, and I wouldn't have become a writer. So it only takes one really good teacher at one point in your life to totally change your life. And for me, that was Mrs. Pat's. And I hope all of you guys will have that experience. I'm sure you will, where at least one amazing teacher will change your life. In fact, the last Olympian, the 5th Percy Jackson book, is dedicated to my 8th grade teacher, Mrs. Pat's. Right here? Oh, okay, we have one right over here. Go ahead.
Are there going to be any more of your series after the Norse books?
Are any more series after the Norse? It's too early to say. I certainly hope so. As long as you guys keep reading, I will be very happy to keep writing. I just don't know, where I'll be then. It's just too far in the future. I think by the time I'm done with the Norse series, it's safe to say you'll be out of college. So, I don't know. We'll see where things are then. I hope you're still reading, but I will. Okay, back over here.
Will you make that gold in the Roman camp like silver's bronze in the Greek camp?
Yeah, the imperial gold is basically the same kind of stuff as celestial bronze. And there's not really an equivalent to that in actual ancient Rome. I just like making up cool stuff like that. I like weapons and stuff. It's just Riptide, in fact, came from, when I was your age, I used to daydream in the middle of boring math class, for instance. I would be there in class and I would dream that I would just uncap my pen and it would turn into a sword. And I would just imagine myself jumping on my desk. Oh! I never got to do it, but I thought that'd be awfully cool. So that's all right, let's go over here. We got time for a few more? Yeah, go ahead.
Are Hazel and Frank going to show up anymore in any of the books?
Hazel and Frank, will they show up? Yes. Yes, absolutely. You will see them again. By the time you're done with the Son of Neptune, you have met 6 of the different demigods who are part of the prophecy of the 7th. Who is the 7th one? Well, there's some hints, but you may have to wait for definite confirmation until the 3rd book comes out. All right, let's see. We got one right there.
The first Olympian series went in a format where Percy aged a year for every book. Will it be the same in the last year series, which would make him 21 at the end of the series?
No, it won't. Percy right now is still 16. That's the beauty of being fictional. You don't have to age. So right now he's still 16. He will age a little bit during the next series, but the Heroes of Olympus is much more compressed in time than the Percy Jackson series. So by the end of the series, I envision Percy probably being 18. And that is about as old as he's going to get, at least in this series. I don't really want to make it much older than that, because I still see, most of my readership. I mean, of course, it's wonderful that the younger kids and the older kids are reading them. That's fantastic. But as a middle school teacher, I kind of keep that as my bullseye. That's my target. And if kids on either side are reading it and enjoying it, it's fantastic. But I don't want the kids to get too much older than that. Over here.
Why is Percy asleep while Jason is awake 6 months earlier?
Yeah, why is Percy asleep? Well, basically, Kara has to kind of keep things balanced out. She can't handle both of them at the same time. So she has to sort of put Percy in cold storage until she's done dealing with the situation with Jason. And then she goes over and wakes Percy up. She's kind of manipulative that way. And how about if we get about 2 more? Let's see. Can we pick one for over this? Go for it.
What was the most favorite book that you've written, and who's your favorite character?
Favorite book that I've written always changes. It's usually the most recent one.